Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Get Balanced 2020, or if you're watching from Divine Warrior Intuitive, thank you for coming through and watching this video. And you probably caught it by the title being a little curious about what does she mean by attraction or distraction. So if this is your first video that you have seen from Get Balanced 2020, please go to getbalance2020.com where I have a full website that if you click on the YouTube on the top of it, you can actually see a lot of videos about the mind, the thinking process. You can also talk about spirit, also talk about your body, nutrition, and fitness, how I put these all together, because we have to have all three elements to be balanced. If we remove one, we can't. And so that's what I do, is I like to inspire, mentor, grow, teach, educate. And this is what I do. So I enjoy doing this. And so this week I try to do a video a week so that it brings more attention to helping your psyche, helping your spirit, helping your mind process things to a positive, more healthy way of living. A lot of the times we get to a point in our lives where we're living in our past and we really don't even know it, because we have this little inner child that hasn't grown up. So we try to help grow that little child up and grow it into a full functioning, good, healthy, conscious type of lifestyle. And that's what we do. That's what I do, actually. So I would hope that you would go there. If you're on Divine Warrior Intuitive, please look at the links below, and then you can go ahead and go over there too if you like. And also too, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I would love your feedback as far as the videos and your comments and what you would like to hear about. Basically, I am a coach. I am a life balance coach. I'm a spiritual coach, and I am also a nutrition and fitness coach, which body. So we do that too. So I would love to be able to inspire you and grow and help you there. But tonight or today or this morning, wherever you are in this world, we're going to be talking about attraction versus distraction. So if you are single, this would be really great for you, because this will help you stay on focus to what you are trying to obtain in your life. And then if you are married, or if you are single and not even looking, this can help you with your career or your dreams or your goals or anything like that. So let's get started, because you don't want to hear all this stuff. So as far as the attraction. So you sort of have to look at attraction as, what you like, what your eye likes, what you like personally, what you like in your life as far as hobbies, as far as maybe the other opposite sex or whatever you're into, how you like that, what you are attracted to, what draws you in. Because that right there, if we do not have a good standard and a character, and if you go to my other YouTubes about character and standards, then you'll be able to actually see how to develop those, because it's really important to have those first before you go out and start looking for either your dream, your job, or your mate. So the thing is, with an attraction, our eyes will see one thing, and then we are attracted to that, but it also can take us off course to where our focus should be. So if we are not strong in who we are, that could take us completely off course and drive us to an area that we don't want to be. And then we got to come back because we screwed up, or we made a bad decision or a wrong choice. And then we got to revamp and recalculate and do it all over again. And if you don't have your mindset straight, you're going to go back this way. And this is what I call switchbacks of life, because we're making poor decisions because we don't have, the right focus on how to look for that. So what's really interesting about attractions is, most of the times if you look, you're having to look at yourself in an attraction If you want it to be, and some attractions are good. Don't get me wrong, some attractions are good. But the thing is that a lot of the time it'll take you to it'll take you to be distracted. Then it'll take you to an impulse, and then it will take you where you're not even satisfied anymore. So the thing is that we want satisfaction in our lives, but attractions are impulsive. Attractions are not thought through uh, process of movement. They're a movement, but it wasn't thought out up here or here. So one of the things we want to do is make sure we guard our heart. Of course, that's the number one thing, especially when we're looking at relationships and things like that. But we have to understand that an attraction is an impulse. Well, what do you mean by it's an impulse? If you are a woman and you look at a good looking guy and you're like, wow, he's really good looking. Oh, he just caught my eye. Oh, he just looked at me. Oh, oh, now he's smiling at me. Oh, oh. So then your attention is taken away. Impulse. It's sort of like buying a car. You go to a car lot with one car in mind that you're really wanting to get, what your budget has and everything. But then they show you, look at this car over here. It's shiny, it's red, it's only $500,000 more, $2,000 more, $10,000 depends on your pocketbook, or maybe $500,000 more. It depends on your pocketbook. But the thing is that it is more, and they're distracting you from what your goal is and what your purpose is. And so that kind of distraction can be actually detrimental to the goal that you have. Because if you are not in the right mindset of who you are, especially in the dating world, that I'm going to keep moving back and forth a little bit. I apologize because I have a sciatic nerve that is just pinched. And I am trying so hard not to take anything for this because it is extremely painful. So bear with me a little bit if I start weaving and wobbling and things like that. But the thing is, they want to distract you to get you off of the plan that you had because they want to make more money. In the example of the car, they want to make more money. They want to make more commission. It has nothing to do with what you want or what you need or what you even desire. So that's why salesmen, don't get me around a salesman. I used to be a salesman. Anyway, but the thing is that is the point that they need you to see. Well, let's get you in this over here. Let's get you in this over here. No, I want this car. This is what I want, and this is what I came here for. So it's same with men or women if you're dating. So you have a set idea and sometimes too much of a fantasy in your mind about what you want because you think, oh, I want her, 36, 24, 36, nice voluptuous lips, nice big hips, and nice long legs with stilettos. And I just need, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. You might be able to find that, but maybe that person in her heart is not what you really wanted, what your goal was set on. So you have to sort of look at what your attraction is. So when it comes to, let's say, for you, if you're a woman and you want to have a specific kind of man, I want him loyal, I want him honest, I want him to be a good provider, or maybe just a good dad, or something like that. All the things that you cannot see, okay? But maybe he's a little chubby, not really normally what you look for. Maybe he is, just whatever it is that he's not what you really would expect or want to date. But here's the thing is if you sit down with that person, because I could do a whole nother video, love is actually a choice. So what we're attracted to, yes, it is important somewhat. But the thing is, if you sit down with a person that is not exactly, because you're never going to find that exactly person, the one that is gorgeous and handsome and has a big, deep pocket and actually has everything like, a Disney fantasy would have. But the thing is that maybe this person really shines and treats you well, and this person listens to you and supports you and actually has your back, or you would do anything for you, that's the person that you're looking for, right? Okay, so whatever that is for you, and what is that for you? Do you even know what it is that you want? Or what your dream is? Because this could even apply to a dream or career. So you have a goal for a dream or a career, and we're going to talk about that next because we got to stay on track so we don't get distracted. But the thing is that you have to sit there and look and ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice a little bit for to be able to get your satisfaction in life? Because attraction is temporary. Attraction is a distraction for a moment. So when people fall in love or they actually even start dating, it's all this physical stuff that goes away in time. So then what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to sit there and just say, oh, wow, you're really hot for the next 20 or 30 years, right? So you have to have your focus, your mindset on what you're doing. And we talked about that, about dating and catfishing, and that's another video that you might want to look at, because on dating and catfishing, you have to really know who you are and what you are before you even go there. So those are the things. Impulse. Okay, so the other thing is, when you look at attraction, you also look at, is it satisfying to me? For the moment, maybe. For the moment, but for the long haul, for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, is that going to be satisfaction to me? Because the body it goes bye-bye, starts sagging like this, the boobs are hanging, the hips start going, it all goes, okay? So, and we get all these, see all these wrinkles? They all come. We have no choice. Well, yeah, you can do Botox, but us normal people out here that live a normal life, that have to work hard, don't go and do a lot of that stuff. So you have to look at what is going to satisfy me. What is going to be, I'm going to be able to be happy with, joyous with, and be able to be a long-term with. And that's what satisfaction is. So you've got attraction, satisfaction, you got a distraction, okay? So when you have a satisfaction, so let's look at attraction. It's an impulse. It's a temporary thing. It's impulse. Oh yeah, I like it. My eyes, woohoo! Oh wow, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, okay. So that's the attraction. But then the other thing too is what you want to look at is the satisfaction. So satisfaction is an input. INPUT. It's an input to anything you do in the decisions that you make. So when we talk about, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Well, that means because if I give in to my attraction all the time, that's temporary. It's going to end. It's not going to be a happy decision. If I don't do anything to that attraction, there's no input, there's no action, there's no nothing to that, it can't live, it can't stay, it doesn't last. Whereas in satisfaction, if say this gentleman we talked about, not quite as what I really expected, but really has my heart because he's really interested. He has a part of, or he sees something that I don't see. I like, wow, why does he see that in me? That makes me feel good. And then all of a sudden it becomes more and more dating, more long-term, more of a satisfaction, because it's going to be a long-term thing. It's going to be a more satisfying action than anything that the attraction could have. So when you make a decision on that input, okay, so remember, it's an input. Satisfaction is an input. So then you're going to actually go to yourself and say, you know what? That was a really good decision. I'm really glad I didn't go for that guy. I was just looking at, boy, did he have some baggage that I had no idea about. None. And I decided on this guy over here. He wasn't quite as good looking, but you know what? He was nice. So, you know what? I'm really glad about the decision I made. So, the decision I made is the input that I decided to make the decision from. Does that make sense at all, or am I confusing you guys? So, sorry, allergies are killing me today, and I got the window open. I probably shouldn't. So if you do, I'm looking at my notes here. So if you actually go on there and you're looking at an online whatever, dating kind of thing. So you're looking at him, oh yeah, he's really, really good looking, but then you look at the profile and then you're like, yeah, he's really not that good looking. So the attraction's there physically, but again, you're looking at the heart, nah, I'll pass him up. But then you get a guy that's not so good, his profile is just everything you've dreamed about. Maybe I'll give him a chance. Boop. And you make that decision. That's the input to make the decision. Now, when we do this for our goals or our dreams or our career, we can be thrown off course just as fast as like dating. So if you have a goal or a career, and I'm going to talk to ladies a lot because I'm an entrepreneur. I opened my own business. I'm a minority entrepreneur. I have a lot of resources. I love to help women. I love to help people get their businesses started. And the thing is, when you have a business or when you have an idea, I can tell you if it's going to work with somebody or not. Because the thing is, when you are goal driven and you are focused, whether it be a person, a job, a career, a goal, or a passion, you're goal driven, your mind goes. And no matter what, nothing distracts. So if you have something out here, oh, but you know what? I have this business job or I have this business offer. Let me offer you this over here because that sounds really good. Should I? No. The entrepreneur who really knows what to do, they'll like, no, I'm back. No, I've got to stay focused. I got to keep, and I'll use in a lot of my videos the fishing pole scenario. For those of you that don't know that, this is a thing where you have a lot of ideas or a lot of men or a lot of women or a lot of goals, whatever it is, they're each a fishing pole and you're along the wharf and you're sitting down and you're in your chair and you're like, okay, I got all these fish. I'm going to catch a lot of fish today. Can't wait, right? So then you're sitting there and you're down here on this end, and then all of a sudden the fishing pole down on the very last one down there starts wiggling, and then it starts pulling really hard, and then you're like, oh crap, and then you run down there. By the time it's too late, you have lost the opportunity because the fish bit the line, got the bait, and out the water it went. So here is the same thing with a distraction and attraction for what you are setting your goals, your careers, and everything for. If you have too many things going on, it's very, very easy to get distracted to a different attraction and could take you clear off course. And that's why it's really hard in relationships because our heart gets involved. It's like, oh, don't believe the words because the words aren't really that true. It's the actions that really make the person. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's the actions, not the attraction. Anyway, so what it is really, but it's honestly really, really true. Don't believe the words. If it's especially for men, I'm really sorry, guys, but don't believe the words because I don't want to even go there. But the thing is, and that's not me, I'm listening to actually mentors that actually share this information. It's very, very interesting. But the thing is that we have to stay focused. So those fishing poles, you need to eliminate one. You need to eliminate all of them, but maybe 1, 2, or 3. Put those 2 or 3. Even 3 is a lot because every fishing pole or every goal or every relationship or every person that you're dating takes energy, time, and money, and whatever it takes. So you need to take all those fishing poles, not be attracted to all this and this and this and this and this. Oh, I could do this and this and this and this. You need to focus in on one, because that will take a lot of energy. And if you can do that and focus in on one, all those attractions will go away pretty much. You might want to bite into a couple of them, but the thing is, you're going to find out you wasted your time because you weren't serious enough about your goal. You weren't serious enough about your dating. What your intent is, I want to get married. Oh, but that guy's really nice, and oh, that guy's paying me attention, or oh, that guy's real. Oh, wow, he's a little older, but you gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused, because no matter where you turn, it's called a temptation. If you want to put the word temptation instead of an attraction, be my guest, because it's the same thing. I'm being tempted this way, I'm being tempted this way. And that is what you have to stay away from if you're going to keep focused, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're a business person. You will have so many opportunities to be tempted in so many ways. You just have to know from the older entrepreneurs, find a mentor, find somebody that can help you get through that and actually help you plow through all that garbage, because it will distract you, take you away. Before you know it, you're spending money that you planned for this on this and this because somebody made it sound good. So that's the same with a goal, a dream. Somebody is out there going to try to take you away from your dream. The low vibrations, the low energies, for those Christians, Satan or anybody of the evil power is going to try to take that away, because they don't want you to have the blessing that you should be given. So put it that way. I call them blessings anyway. So, and it's really hard to focus on your purpose if you are distracted. So on a distraction or on a temptation, it takes an action to make it come to life. So here's the thing. If you don't act, react, or do anything to it, it can't come to life. So that's where the strength and everything that you have in you needs to stop. So if you start dating and or this guy that you were looking at, and now he's looking at you, and oh yeah, okay. So he comes over and hey, how are you doing today? So are you single? Yeah, I'm single. But you know what? I'm just really not interested. Thank you. I've got a lot of things I'm doing or going on. So I really appreciate the compliments, but I've got to keep moving forward. Now there, you did it politely, but the thing is, you stayed focused, you stayed on track. Now, if you turned and you acted on that, oh, well, here's my number, call me, whatever that is, or you act on it, you have now made it come to life. So if you're married and you do this on the outside and you're like, hey, take that ring off, and it's like, hey, you want to go? So the thing is that when you act on it, it brings it to life. Then it becomes an actual complete distraction, along with a lot of other mess that you don't want to put on. So if you don't act on it, then you actually kill the dream. You kill that attraction. You kill it and you keep moving forward. Now, you don't kill the dream, excuse me, but you kill the attraction, if you get what I mean. So basically, when you give attraction, if you give, not only to activate it, but if you give anything attention. So we want to make sure that we know what we want, what we're looking for, and what we are striving for. And that's between you and your heart and your divine and whoever that is. But if you have a passion for something, I'm going to tell you, as an entrepreneur, when I became an entrepreneur, I had boop in the bank, boop in the bank. And the thing is, with not having anything in the bank, as a single mother struggling, I was working. I knew that the company was going to get rid of my position. And I'm like, offered this company that I had actually been trailing behind for a year. I mean, I'm a leathersmith, so I was just sitting there I was doing leather work for her, but she had this company going for already 10 years already or more. And she's like, would you like to buy it? And I'm like, I don't have any money. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. I know I'm going to lose my job in about 6 months to a year or less than that, even. So how would I do this? So lo and behold, there was opportunity for me, just like an attraction is. There's an opportunity for you. But in this case, I was actually given the resources to make that attraction happen. So it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Attractions can be a good thing. So what happened was this is a divine intervention. Let me tell you though, you will know it. But the thing is, I wasn't ready to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know enough about entrepreneurship. I was brand new into entrepreneur, but I wanted to do it because my mother was an entrepreneur. So I actually had the resources come to me because this was my calling and my purpose at the time. So I was given a organization called SCORE, SCORE. I was given, and which actually built my business plan, helped me build they didn't do it. They helped me build my business plan. They reviewed it. We went over it, changes, review, changes, review, changes. Then when it was all done and they said, you're ready to go. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I have no money. Here's a resource. You're a minority as a woman. Here's a resource. Go. And my focus there was like not 100%. If something attracted me away, it was very likely it could have, but it didn't. So what happened was I went to the lender, and because of the company, they thought, you can't make money at this. And I'm like, she's been doing it for, I think it was actually almost 12 years. And she's the most known in the Northwest. So I'm like, okay, she can't, but this is what I'm offering and this is what I can do. And she seems to be doing it and doing it really well. So they gave me the money. So if I would have not stayed focused, if I would have allowed things and temptations or even doubt come in, oh, well, he's good looking, but you know what, I'm a little overweight. I'm not as pretty as that other lady he's over there talking to. If I wouldn't have had that there, then I would have probably squished my dream. So you have to be understanding that you have to stay focused. Oh, by the way, I opened my company within less than a year. So I built my business plan, I got the funding, moved the company, boom, built the company 33% in the first year. Talk about having a lot of temptations, but I wouldn't allow myself to be distracted. So that's another case where you could do that. If you're going to school, whatever your dream is, there's going to be kids, there's going to be adults saying, oh, you can't do it, don't do it, you're not going to be able to make it. Let me tell you, those sometimes are the words you need to hear because that keeps you focused and working harder. So that's even if you're in school, if this is your dream, if this is your passion, then you keep going because you know what? It's your journey, not theirs. And you will get it, especially if the divine has it in your body to do it because he's right there with you. Whoever your divine is, could be the universe or Allah or whoever, but this is your time. So we want to make sure that the attraction is a good one. And if it is a good one, we want to keep working towards that and stay focused. But if the attraction is something of physical, something that we are just going to get taken off a course, then we have to pull ourselves back, pull that horse back, pull him until he starts reversing, stepping back all the way until we can rebalance ourselves and say, hey, man, that was really tempting. Glad I didn't do it because it would have taken me off my track. Back to the switchbacks. But if you would stay strong and focused on what you need to do, then you will stay focused on your path. So yeah, because the I actually is oh, that's Matthew. Oh, sorry, I was doing some Bible verses and stuff earlier. So once you see that you're on the right path, once you see that your attraction to the right things, that your spirit is saying, yes, go to, your intuition is saying, yes, go to this, then you're actually going to reap the harvest. You're going to see the benefits. And life is not perfect. I won't tell you how old I am, but life is not perfect. Life is not fair. Life is hard. But the thing is, you can be given all the things that you want, but you can't have it in a fantasy. Fantasies are for Disney and the movies. They're not real. And unfortunately, they set a precedence for our young children that I want a knight in shining armor. I want him to take me to the castle. And that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in our lifetime. We're normal people here. So, but the thing is, you can have everything. You can have all your dreams and desires. And your dreams can come true, like Walt said. I'm a Disney fanatic, but like Walt said, all dreams can come true. But you have to have that focused desire, dream, and passion to not let things distract you, not let things take you away, and also you will have satisfaction. So the 3 words I want to give you out of this video is, and I hope you go back and watch it because there's information in there, and I could keep going on and on and on, but I want to try to keep these around 30 minutes, and I don't even know if I did that or not. But the thing is that I want to be able to make sure that you understand to stay focused. Take those fishing poles off of that wharf and bring them down to 3. Because even if you have 3, you still have that slight chance, depending on how far apart they are, of missing that one opportunity that you were meant to have. That satisfaction, not the attraction and not the distraction. So these are the 3 words: attraction. And I think down in the description I sort of have the meaning of what I meant on those. So attraction, make sure it's a good attraction. That is something for your focus. Make sure that you're following through. Okay, distraction is going to take you away. The only way that attraction is going to come to life, sorry about that, I needed to go back to attraction, is going to, that you are activating it through action. So if you don't act on an attraction, nothing's going to happen. I was listening, and I'm going to go on this because I just had a download. For those of you know me about downloads. Anyway, a message. Okay, so I have to go off on this because somebody listening to this needs to hear this. So if someone who is in a marital situation goes off on an attraction or is looking at somebody, say, well, hypothetically, because this happens more. So if a man is looking at a lady just passing by and looks a little bit too long, then the wife is going to think, oh, he's really attracted to her. Oh, what is that all about? Is he, lusting over her? Is he sleeping with her in his mind? Whatever it is, he may think about it. He may never express it. He may never talk about it. But the thing is, he didn't act on it. And this is a typical male thing. They think about, the woohoo every about 15 seconds, 30 seconds. So, I mean, that's just typical. And our eyes, we are not dead. So women like to look at good-looking men and men like to look at good-looking women. But my point is he does not act on it. He loves his wife, respects his wife. He's not going to do that. Now, if he doesn't love his wife or doesn't respect his wife, he's going to go play out on the field. And so then we have another complete issue. But my point is the attraction is there, but there's no action. Make sense? So that is the key. If you're single, make sure you beware where you are putting the action into the attraction. Again, you'll be taken off course, you could be used, you could be played, you could be all that kind of stuff. So that's the thing that we want to take away with that. Also, if you don't give that attraction any action or any input or anything, it's pretty much dead. Yes, it's like, yeah, I like it. It's nice, whatever. It has no power. So anything with no power will go away. So you don't want to give it power by, oh yeah, I'll look at you too. Oh yeah, you're really wink a little, whatever. Then you're putting action into it and you're giving it power. Does that make sense? Same with your dreams and your goals. If you go off, let's do a hypothetical, especially for the guys, okay? So you have a car that you want. You've got this, I don't know, Lamborghini that you like. Oh yeah, this is really cool. But then there's a Viper over here that you really like they pointed out over here. Okay, but you're like, I'm set on this. And I'm like, oh, look at this Viper. I could see you in it. You want to take it for a test drive? The attraction's there, but you're like, nope, I'm sticking with this and I'll take this one right here. No power whatsoever at all. And that's what you want to make sure. There is no power in an attraction that is not meant for your focus, for your goal, and your purpose in life. All right. So that's pretty much it about attraction, distractions. And I hope it wasn't really confusing. If it is, please email me or go on the comments or give me feedback, because these things, I've got so many things coming in my head. I'm trying to keep it a layman, so I don't want anybody confused. But I really, really would like is that if you could like, share, and subscribe right now, because this is a really good time to do that. I appreciate it. Or even invite your friends to a video, or tell them about getbalance2020.com, or tell them about the Divine Warrior Intuitive. That's me. So anyway, I really, really appreciate you coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some help and some feedback or some little ideas, maybe some aha moments. And I really, really enjoy doing these. So I hope you have a good night, and I look forward to the next video. Make sure you go to the videos that sort of popped up here and take a peek at those, or bring a friend next time, or like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps us out, you know. All right, we will talk to you in the next video. Thank you for coming in, and have a very safe and healthy night during this COVID issue. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Okay.